welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys have been well. It has been quite a while since my last video, honestly. I think like 2 months or over that. And I just thought it'd be kind of nice to just turn on the camera and sort of catch you guys up on what's been going on. And yeah, I've just been busy and you know, life is life. So if you guys are interested or want to get ready with me, then grab some of your makeup and let's just get ready together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really know what I want to do for makeup. It is currently like 4:30ish right now, so it's kind of dark, and I'm actually going to get ready to move out, well, to pack up and move my things out of this place that I'm in. So this is not my home. I've actually been watching two cats for the past few days, and their mom and their family are coming back tonight. So I am going to get all of my stuff out and leave, but there's such a nice window here, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to just get ready together. Things have been pretty good for me. I just graduated actually from college, and for those of you who don't know, I'm currently studying speech language pathology, which is basically kind of the study of the respiratory and up. And I guess I could just talk a little bit about why I chose this field and sort of why I'm studying it. So initially, I have wanted to be a doctor for a very long time, specifically a sports and medicine doctor, because for those of you who are like in sports, things happen and you get injured and stuff. I actually played a little bit of soccer and basketball in middle and high school. I do enjoy swimming, and I like to be active. I'm not like the most athletic person, but I like to do a bunch of different things, and now I'm doing taekwondo. So I would often get injured a lot, whether it be through getting hit in the face so many times with volleyballs, basketballs, wiffle balls in gym. I kind of gave myself the nickname the ball magnet, and it kind of stuck, at least in my PE classes. So yeah, I was a ball magnet, kind of still am a little bit now. And I would also often get sprains and stuff. Also, my knee caps are really small, like they're like really tiny, which means that my knees are loose often. So I have dislocated my knees a couple times, unfortunately. I even have surgery in my left knee, and I have like a big chunk of my meniscus gone now, so because I tore it really bad. But that's all to say is I just got super interested in bones and muscles and stuff like that, and I have like the best sports medicine doctor. He's kind of retired now, but he owns the place that I still go to today. So yeah, he honestly was just great and treated everyone like family, and not like you were a specimen on a table, you know what I mean? Like there's an actual connection, relationship there. And so I've always wanted to help people like that, and yeah, that was just kind of my inspiration. But as I got older, of course, life happens and things change. I kind of got discouraged at a point in my life because of some things that were being said to me. So I didn't go on the sports medicine path, and instead I got into speech language pathology or speech therapy. How I got introduced into speech language pathology is actually kind of crazy. I had a friend in my Mandarin class, of all places, and she was telling me how she was, oh, this is in college, by the way. So I had a friend in my Mandarin class in college, like my sophomore year, I think. And she told me she was changing her major from business to speech language pathology, and I was like, what is that? Come to find out, in the next 3 to 4 months, I met with 4 different speech language pathologists, all at random times. It's actually funny because I also work at Ulta now, and one of the ladies that was one of the first speech language pathologists I met, she was at Ulta, and it was funny because she was like, weren't you supposed to like schedule another couple hours to come by? And I just never did. So there's that. So I met her, and then consecutively just some other speech language pathologists, and I realized that I was surrounded by so many people who did this really cool field. Oftentimes people will kind of see speech language pathologists sort of as teachers, speech teachers. Like you'll have some classes in the classroom, and then for kids who have some speech concerns or just things that they want to work on, like fluency, how smoothly they speak or how loudly they speak, or even articulation. So for those kids who have trouble getting sounds out, have a lisp, they might often also go to a speech teacher. And then there's also the whole clinical side of it. Obviously all of this is clinical, but like the more medical side of it. And that's kind of what I want to do. Where I'm going has a whole school for nursing and health sciences, so I'm really excited because at least at my undergrad, we were part of the education field, like side of it. So we had a lot of special education classes, which I found really cool because you learn how to kind of advocate a little bit more for people with disabilities. And it also just makes me want to be able to help people communicate even better. And also, while I've been doing this, starting last January, or no, what am I saying? Last December, I actually got a job as a registered behavioral technician, or RBT. I am still a BT right now just because I've kind of been delaying my whole RBT process, but I just had my assessment today and it went pretty well. So hopefully I can just take the RBT course or test and then I'll be certified as a registered behavioral technician, which is really exciting. Basically, I will meet with a client and then I will do some exercises and games and stuff to kind of help them work on things or goals that they have. So it's a really awesome kind of thing to do. Like I said, I have been also working at Ulta and that's been interesting. It's not bad. I mean, I've always wanted to work at Ulta. However, it's just been sort of a me thing where the time management to get there on time and stuff is just annoying, but you know, you have to do it when you have a job, obviously. And I've been liking it. It's been really cool to just sell products, but also to learn more about higher end makeup because I've usually only stuck to the drugstore side of things. And I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy talking about makeup, geeking out about makeup, and helping people find products that they're looking for. It's been pretty chill. Met some really solid people there, so that's been fun too. Basically, the whole last 3 months or so, or 2 months, it feels like 3 months, has been very hard for me. Just for personal reasons. Not hard in the sense that, oh, I feel horrible, but more just in the sense that there's a lot of things that have been on my mind that I've been having to take care of. And I think a lot of this is by God's grace, but I guess just trying to breathe and remember and do some self-care, which is why I've been kind of off, I think. And also, of course, like, I don't want to be a traditional influencer or whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it. I really don't like that word on here, and that's like trying to push stuff. I just use what I like and I'll share that. And I'm also trying to use up products, so there's that too. But makeup has been still, you know, something that I do often just as like my routine, just to feel kind of put together, I guess. Like, I always try to make time for it, and because I work at Ulta too, like, I try to wear a little bit more than I usually do. But even my usual is too much sometimes because I go overboard. There's just been a lot on my mind these past few days on how to better take care of myself and also make sure I'm not spent so that I can help my family. Life is always a balance, and honestly, I'm speaking in very vague terms because I'm not really sharing too much about this part of my life, which is totally fine. I will say I think God has been very good, and I've been trying to strengthen my relationship with him. And honestly, I have been so happy like these past few months. It's been kind of crazy. Like, I just feel, even though I'm stressed and nervous, like, I just am happy. And part of that, I think, is having the people around me, like my boyfriend, sister, as well as some of my church youth leader friends. I am a youth leader at my church. We have middle school and high school boys and girls in our youth group, and I'm one of the female leaders, one of 4 female leaders, or 5 actually. And it's just really nice because I have been searching for a group where I could just grow spiritually in my faith. That just basically means like having people who keep you accountable, whether it be, at least for me because I'm Christian, reading the Bible and praying, but also making God more of a priority in my life. Like, I wanted to grow and learn, and having people who are around the same spiritual maturity level, at least of me, or a little bit more, has been really eye-opening and just a wonderful blessing. And one of my friends actually from that group, she got married, and then also there was another wedding that we went to that I was helping out with the makeup and stuff. So it's just been a lot of amazing events, fun things. May has been absolutely insane, I will tell you. Like, everything has been happening in May, graduations and all that stuff, and just whew, it's been stressful, it's been hard, but we made it. So here we are in June. Let's just talk about project panning all of a sudden, because like, we still need to finish talking about that. I am keeping up with it. However, I have not been good. I have bought so much makeup, like an insane amount of makeup these past few days, or these past few months, because a lot of it, at least that was my excuse, or half of it, it's still a lot, was for a makeup kit that I want to build. I wanted to go into freelance makeup, but now in my life, I'm like, there's just no time for that. I'm going to grad school. I only have 2 months before I start on the 15th of August. And there's just no time to be a freelance makeup artist, even though I'd love to do that. So yeah, I am putting my time and my energy into my career, my future career, and trying to brainstorm how I can basically make bank. I'm going to work my butt off this summer, or attempt to, and I just have a lot of things to pay for because I'm an adult now and I'm going to have debt. So yeah, there's that too. But yeah, how have you guys been? You know, comment down below how project planning has been going for you. I have paused on some things. I've also finished some things, not very many things. I feel kind of embarrassed because it's already half the year. I definitely need to stop buying makeup and using up my makeup. I realize now like how much I have and I don't need anymore, and I shouldn't want anymore, but I'm always like, well, I want this thing and I want that thing because it looks pretty, and all the flower nose collections coming out are so gorgeous and I want them, but I end up just spending money on like other things, and I'm like, why? Just save up for the pretty things that you like and then use up stuff. Basically, this is how bad it is. Are you ready? I have 9 blushes I want to use up this year. I've only used up 1, and I bought 9 blushes already. So if I don't use up those blushes, I'm not going to cancel out my numbers at least, and I'm still going to have a ton of blush. But I've also divided my blush and increased my storage area for blush. Part of me is really satisfied by that, but the other part of me is looking at it when they're all laid out and I'm like, wow, this is a lot of blush. And this is something that Caitlin Costello actually does, but she counts like the pans of blush and products that she has. I have a separate Google sheet that has all the, all of the pans and stuff, I guess, like the single pan products I have, and I probably have over 65 blushes, including singles and palettes, like face palettes that I have, which is absolutely ridiculous. By the way, I've also purchased some palettes this year. All lovely, by the way, no regrets, but my eyeshadow palette numbers are also crazy. So yeah. Oh, and I bought like 6 MAC lipsticks, or 5. Mostly from TJ Maxx. Still bad, still very bad. I've spent too much money on makeup already. So yeah, I am going to hopefully put myself on a low buy, but I really want those blushes from Flower Nose at this point. I should just put a low buy or no buy on everything else at least, right? I don't know, give me some strategy, you guys, because I've been looking at the colors and like comparing, but the colors are just so pretty. Yeah, and I need to save, so we're at that point right now. It's not looking good, you guys. Honestly, I just hope that I can use up more products and not feel freaked out that I'm not hitting those goals. And to be perfectly honest, I do have that list of 100 products. I actually got to be eyebrow, like the gel that I really like for my brows, taken at Ulta because I didn't realize that things had to be bought from there in order to have a green dot, because that's how they keep track of what's yours and what's not. And I don't think I bought that brow gel at that store. I think I bought it somewhere else, but they had to confiscate it because they're like, well, it's just policy and we need to make sure that you're not, that basically looks like you're stealing from the store. That obviously did not make me feel great, but policy is policy. So I'm gonna try to look and see if I can find the receipt from, the receipt from either CVS or Target, because that might have been where I got it. I really don't know, but I just feel bad because that wasn't a expensive product. That was only like $2.49 or whatever, but still, it's like I spent my money on that and I'd like it back, please. So yeah, gotta figure that out. And then also I have been doing decent. I took a very long break from my Pan That palette, which I'm gonna use in today's video, but I'm not gonna show you guys the update. I also have not been keeping track of my uses, so I apologize. We will kind of just have the image or the pictures of everything to look at. Jupiter, do you wanna say hi? Wanna say hi to your friends? This is Jupiter. Also, here's another thing that I've been thinking about is if I should reclutter some of my blushes in my collection, because I don't really have anyone to give them to and I feel like it's a waste, and they're nice colors. It's just that I have a big collection, so there are some things that I might definitely get rid of, like the holographic highlighter. I don't like it because the formula is just a bit chalky and I have better things in my collection. I think it was like some of the blushes. I was thinking about keeping them because they're nice. I feel like it would be responsible of me to finish the products, you know? Because I don't think I'm terrible at panning. I think I'm pretty good at panning. And I would eventually get through everything, but yeah, I'm just trying to think of that, I guess, as well. The blush from Revlon and ColourPop, the matte ones, I actually do kind of like them. I just have like similar things in my collection, so I don't know, but you guys tell me. I think that hate panning, like, I get it, it's kind of annoying, but there's also something really cool about just finding ways to make products work for you that wouldn't normally work for you. Find ways to basically try to use products in ways that you wouldn't usually use them. I've also realized one of my favorite discoveries I think this year has been blush combos. Like, this whole look is very bright. I also used a Korean product today for this very bright under eye, so that's kind of why it's so bright. But I love to use like 4 blushes in my everyday look. Is that insane? 4 or 5 blushes. I love to use 2 creams and 2 powders for my blush look to get something really pretty. I thought I would share with you my 2 new favorite palettes. These are the Flower Nose Midsummer Fairy Tales and the Shells Jewel Collection palettes. This is in Hazel Fawn. It's like the cool tone neutral palette. I am so glad I found this on eBay. Hello. And then this one is this blue palette from Flower Nose as well. So here's that. All right. So those have been like my 2 favorites. I guess I could use a little bit of this, but I kind of want to use my Project Pan palette, so I'll share these next time. And again, not going to show you guys the progress, but it broke and I'm doing okay on it, honestly. I just feel like I could have used it more, so there's that. But anyway, yeah, so project panning definitely is something I'm not bored of yet. I've liked all the products, and I've kind of I have used up one liquid blush already, but there is another liquid blush that I want to finish. So there's like 2 of them, one I'm close to using up, and then some other products as well. So I think I might just throw everything into a small makeup bag that has my focus project pan items, and then just go ham, you know, and then maybe take breaks on the weekends or something. Maybe that'd be fun. And I am trying to take advantage of the fact that I am working at Ulta, so I can kind of go a little bit crazier with my makeup and do something more colorful. I think we might do something a little bit warm neutral today. I'm gonna try. This Huda Beauty palette leans very pink. Yeah, hi sweetheart. She's so happy right now. Light is kind of fleeing, so I'm gonna try to quicken up this look a little bit. Maybe that's easier for you to see from closer. But yeah, I do still love project panning. I think it's really awesome, and it's just finding the balance between a project pan and also being able to use the other products that are neglected in your collection has been a little bit rough. But I do have a spreadsheet on Google Sheets where I do have like just my all my products and all my pans. So I basically put a highlighted green bar next to it, like in the open space next to it on the sheet, if that makes sense, to write in like the products that I've used and stuff. So that's been kind of helpful. And then that kind of just holds me accountable about at least using everything once in my collection, which I know is not a lot, but it's what I've been able to do. Maybe when I get better at managing my project pans, I can start adding like Project 10 uses and stuff like that. I just feel like there's so much of my collection that's neglected, but that I need to use more, and I should use more because I do have so many beautiful things in my collection. Oh, I also still need to update again, eyeshadow palette declutter. That has been in the works for forever, but I just have not gone around to that either. And then what else is going on? I feel like that's it. I feel like my life is not, I don't know. There's just been some things, but yeah. I'm going to finish my eyes and then I'll come back. Oh my gosh, don't eat that. That's a bronzer. Don't eat that. Do you want to be part of the video? Anyway, what was I talking about? Project Panda, yes. Panda's eyeshadows would be another really cool project to do. You're so cute. I know, but I'm busy right now, okay? Okay? You're so cute. You're so cute. I just want to squeeze you. I'm filming. She's so cute. Alright, you guys, so my camera angle kind of changed. I had to flip my camera around because my phone kind of died, so we're fine now. Just finished my eyes, did some brows a little bit, and then my lips as well. And then I think we're just gonna wrap up the video here actually because we're running out of light, but that's kind of honestly what life has been like for me. Just been busy, so anyway, I hope you guys have been doing well. Hopefully I can get an eyeshadow palette declutter ready for us. Hopefully soon, and then I'll have that out eventually. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to end the video. My makeup is a little bit more brighter today, but I kind of like it. What do you guys think? I do wish I had a brow gel, but again, got confiscated, so that's really sad. That's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed this kind of fresh Asian inspired-ish makeup look. I don't know, but it's kind of just been what I'm into right now. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, have a blessed day. I know that God loves you very, very much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, I forgot to mention my hair. Yeah, sorry, I'm just making a video, but yes, I'm lighter now, and I'm just posing for a little, I was trying to pose for a little, like, what's it called, a title page? You know what I mean. And yeah, I'm blonder now, so that's another update. Bye. Bye. Bye, guys.